The following are the requirements to be fully complied with in terms of the International Tourism Revival Initiative. 1. All travelers entering Namibia for purpose of tourism must provide a negative PCR test not older than 72 hours from time the specimen collected to time of boarding a plane to Namibia in order to be allowed entry into Namibia. 2. All tourists who arrive in Namibia with a negative PCR test that is not older than 72 hours from as accredited lab in a country of departure will be permitted to proceed to the booked destination and continue with the holiday activities in the country. 3. The requirements for the mandatory test we had on the 5th has been withdrawn. 4. All travelers who arrive in Namibia with a negative PCR test that is older than 72 hours but not older than 7 days will be permitted to enter the country. However, they will be required to undergo 7 days supervised quarantine at the tourist facilities of their booking. Tourists who do not present a negative PCR test will not be granted entry into Namibia. 4th, PCR must be presented to the Namibian authority in English. 5th, travelers must complete and submit a health declaration and a health surveillance form, as well as provide details of their itineraries to port health officials upon arrival. 6th, travelers will be subjected to screening by port health officials upon arrival and departure. 7th, all travelers detected with symptoms will be subjected to further screening and might be required to remain in quarantine until a repeat COVID-19 pandemic test is conducted at their own cost. 8th, if the result is positive, the tourists will be taken to the Ministry of Health and Social Service identified as isolation facilities and treated at their own cost and also according to the National Case Management Guidelines. 9th, tourists must acquire travel insurance that covers medical care or in event of an expected extended stay in Namibia. All travelers should wear masks at all times while it's within the port of entry controlled area and in public after they left the port. To meet the aviation industry requirements and in order to be allowed boarding on any airplane, outgoing travelers should ensure that they are tested as per the requirement of the airline. The rest of the center can be found at www.namibiatourism.com.na. 14th, tourists are permitted to use only Namibia Tourism Board registered or health certified tourism facilities or health certified tourism facilities. The two options, not end, or health certified tourism facilities. Number 15, entry into Namibia will be allowed by the International Airport and the Walvis Bay International Airport and the Arrivel, North Oval, and the Katima Mulilo land board posts. This for now until we reciprocate. Once another country, our neighbors, open a border, we will follow suit and they reciprocate. Number 16, tourists must adhere to the visa requirements applicable to their countries. 17, travelers will further be subjected to other formal immigration processes. Travelers other than tourists are subject to the requirements stipulated in the Public Health COVID-19 General Requirements and the Public Environmental Health Act of 2015, issued under Government Gazette number 233, 235, and 256. Lastly,